Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining me. I'm Cheryl and this is Your Journey Yoga. We are going to spend some wonderful time today on the neck and the shoulders, fascia release and muscle tension release, getting rid of those knots, the tension, the negative energy that we store in the neck and the shoulders, oftentimes having to do with posture, guys. So this is actually going to help the posture to sit up a little bit taller and to feel a whole lot better. So as the fascia, it's a tissue, a soft tissue that surrounds pretty much everything in your body, organs, muscles, tendons, ligaments. So when it's healthy and happy, it's hydrated and it just slides. And we move efficiently and effectively and basically pain-free. As the fascia has injuries or is dehydrated or is stressed in any way, it can kind of get bound up and knotted. It might feel like a muscle knot. It's actually the fascia. So we want to try and get that to loosen up, to free itself up, and to once again slide just naturally and effectively to help us move a little more efficiently and again, pain-free. So spending that time on the neck, we are going to do this if you happen to have any kind of a ball. So a tennis ball, a lacrosse ball. This is actually a self-massage ball, and you can find these in a lot of different places, guys. So if it is something where you're like, oh my gosh, this is amazing, because there's some wonderful things we can do with this, pick yourself up one. Otherwise, tennis ball, lacrosse ball, those are very hard, racket ball, so anything that you have that's about the size of a tennis ball. Golf balls are great for your feet or for your hands, even for your arms, but not so great when we get into the neck and stuff. They're pretty darn intense. So the smaller the ball, the more intense because it gets in deeper. So kind of keep that in mind too. I have a plethora of balls, different sizes, different densities to work different parts of my body, and depending upon how tight you are, you want to be nice. Okay, so we don't want to dig too deep. We don't want to get in too far and bruise or make your body even more unhappy. So there's a balance, guys, right? Okay, so to start, we don't even need a ball. So we're just going to set the ball off to the side if you do happen to have one. And we're going to check and see how our neck is feeling, what tension we're holding in the neck, what tension we're holding in the shoulder. So we're going to do some stretches along with that fascia release and hopefully notice a significant change from where we are starting. So let's bring those hands down by your sides and sit up nice and tall. You can close your eyes or you can keep them open. I just want you to be really mindful of your breath and of the messages your body is sending. So as you exhale, gently release your chin towards the chest. What do we feel down the spine? Are we holding any tension anywhere? Be mindful of that. And when we come back at the end of working on this fascia, the muscles, and these stretches, hopefully noticing a significant difference. Inhale, lift your head. And as you exhale, turn and take your gaze out over your right shoulder. Just chin right over the shoulder and then gently begin to tuck it down towards that right collarbone. Posture still sitting up nice and tall, guys. So oftentimes posture is being pulled forward, that flexion of our daily activities, and that can really influence the tension in the neck and how the soft tissue and the joints respond. Inhale, lift your gaze, turn it back to face front, and then take your gaze out over your left shoulder. So just noticing range of motion. Is one side a little easier to turn? Do we have more range of motion on one side than the other? Now a gentle tuck of your chin towards your collarbone. And just noticing how it feels, where you feel it. Inhale, lift your gaze, turn it back to face front, and as you exhale, release your right ear towards your right shoulder. Now we're just going to gently press both palms towards the ground. So are you like, wow, there is a ton of tightness? Or is it one of those where you say, wow, that feels amazing? Okay, hopefully it's the latter. If you are feeling that former where you're like, oh my goodness, I am so tight, I can barely move, I'm glad you're here, you guys. This is the right place to be. I'm always glad you're here, regardless, even if you're feeling like $1,000,000. But if I can help let go of some pain and discomfort, yes, I am in for that. Lifting the head gently and then releasing that left ear towards that left shoulder. And noticing, do you hold tension evenly, or is it more on one side or the other? It's not very often that I hold tension evenly. Usually it's pretty one-sided. And that's pretty darn normal. Inhale, lift your gaze back towards the sky, and we're going to lift towards the sky. And just let that head gently come back. If taking that head back is not in the cards just yet, it's okay, guys. Just keep that head nice and tall, spine neutral. Inhale, head up nice and tall. Okay, so we're checking in. So the rotations, the flexions, the leaning side to side, how did all of that feel? Did you notice where you're holding the tension? Is it just in the neck, or does it transfer down into those shoulders too? Okay, so we're going to work all of that. Taking our fingers, one hand, so whichever hand you want, you're working on that same side, and you're going to come and bring your fingertips, two fingertips, kind of right behind the ear, about earlobe height. And we're just going to gently begin to press. Kind of behind the skull, behind that jawbone, and just gently pressing. Okay, so your gentle press can start to intensify. We're keeping our posture nice and tall, and we're just going to press and self-massage to the point where it's good for us. And we're just going to gently move those fingertips around. If you happen to find a trigger spot, a knot, I want you to stay there for a good 30 seconds. If you're not feeling much, you can move on after 5 or 10 seconds, and you can switch it up, going front to back with those circles, back to front to back, switch it up, and then just continue to move, seeing how you feel. Now, I want you just to go to the base of the neck, kind of just before that trapezius muscle. That was hard to say. So as the shoulder starts, so we're just going to travel down to the base of the neck, and then I want you to find that spot. So even if it was kind of mild or super intense, guys, find that spot. I got mine. Okay, and I want you to stay on it, and I just want you to press and make those circles. I want you to lean into those fingertips a little bit. Just keep making those circles. If the circles don't feel great, guys, just have that constant pressure and just gently press. So either moving with the circles or not, and it doesn't matter which direction. Now slowly pull the head away, keep pressing, and slowly draw that opposite ear towards the shoulder. Now begin to turn your chin towards your collarbone, just like we did with the stretch, right? But we're doing self-massage here. And maybe those circles start to slow. They can stay fast, but we're still using those two fingers. Just gently close your eyes and breathe. Now again, if you prefer, you can stop making those circles. If you're like, wow, that really just loosened up, move your fingertips just a little bit. See if that knot moved at all. Or did it release? Oh my gosh, wouldn't that be great if it just released? Beautiful. Slowly lifting the head, release the hand, and let's do the other side. So taking two fingertips just behind the ear, and just find that spot. So your head is heavy, guys. Yeah, and that neck works over time, supporting that head. And anytime you are doing work where you are looking down, leaning forward, it just puts extra stress on those neck muscles and the fascia. So I'm just moving the fingertips around. So guys, even if you just have a few moments, I know this video is longer, but if you just have 30 seconds, just find that spot on your neck, self-massage. Now gently lean into those fingertips. So getting deeper, and again, you can just hold. You don't have to keep doing those circles. You're gonna move throughout the neck. So if it takes a little bit to find that spot, or if you're like, I know right where that spot is, yep, go to it. I'm gonna keep massaging. If I need to move, I'm going to move those fingertips. I got a good one on this side. Now I'm going to slowly start to pull that head back up to neutral, nice tall posture, and then I'm going to lean the head away from my fingertips, drawing the ear towards the shoulder. So again, if it switches, if it changes, if it moves, follow it. Sneaky little dude. Oh, there he is. Got it. Now slowly, oh, be careful guys, slowly turning your chin towards the collarbone. And again, you can just pressure, just use that pressure or those circles with the pressure. We just really want to let go of whatever, wherever that knot is. So if ever you deal with headaches, guys, a lot of times that can come from the overworking of the muscles of the neck. So depending upon the kind of headache you get, it can stem from those neck muscles. So this might help keep those headaches at bay as well. That would be amazing. And slowly, let's bring the head back up to neutral. And release. Now let's just check in. Turning the head out over the right shoulder. That feels way better. Bring your hands down by your sides. See if that intensifies things. And gently draw your chin towards your collarbone. Way better. I hope it is for you too. Lift the head. Turn it back to center. And let's take it out over that left shoulder. Range of motion feels a whole lot better. Intensity is a whole lot less, and gently tucking the chin towards that left collarbone. Okay, so I'm noticing I still have a little bit of tension down that right side through the neck, but not nearly as bad. So you might not be able to get it all every time, but at least I've made a significant difference. I hope you have too. Slowly lifting and turning back to face front. Now we're going to take our ball. Okay, and we're going to take that ball and we're going to place it kind of right where your neck and your shoulder meet. So that nice little slope of the neck and shoulder. And I'm just going to lean my head in. I'm pushing with that ball. And then I'm going to keep that pressure and I'm And then I'm going to slowly lean the head away. I'm still putting that equal pressure, almost even more pressure. And breathe. I'm just holding, not moving the ball. I'm just pressing down and in a bit. Now I'm going to slowly turn the chin towards that right collarbone. Slowly. Be kind. Breathe. So I was feeling pretty good. I felt like, yeah, I got that. Okay, so but when we move the ball down, and you can do the exact same thing, guys, with your fingertips, you can press into that spot, just that slope of where the neck and the shoulder meet, and just press. So if you don't have a ball, just use those fingertips, and I'm using my 3 fingers, other than the pinky and the thumb, and just pressing. And I'm pressing as hard as I can press, as much as my body is allowing me. And then with that turn of the chin towards the collarbone, deepening that massage. And slowly we turn our face back to face front and we lift the head. Release your hand. That's a lot of work for your hand too. So if you have the ball, awesome. And again, any ball that you have handy, or if you just want to purchase tennis balls, are easy. So taking that ball and I'm just holding it in the fingertips and I'm going to press it. Now I'm going to the other side. So I'm going to find that little spot. Yes, there it is. And this hand, the opposite hand that's not working, not doing anything, just rest it wherever you want. So down by the hip, on the knee, in your lap, whatever works. And gently begin to lean towards the ball. Now I want this to be fairly constant pressure. Of course, if it gets too much, too deep, back off a little bit. We don't want to cause pain. We certainly don't want to cause bruising. And we don't want to make those muscles or the fascia any more upset. Now slowly begin to lift your head And then just gently keep that pressure. Gently lean the head away. Close your eyes, relax your jaw. Breathe. So these self-massage techniques, guys, this fascia release, what an amazing gift. I mean, who doesn't love to get a massage, right? And if you can get some really good work done to let go of tension, promote blood flow, and move more efficiently and pain-free, heck yeah, sign me up. Slowly begin to turn your chin towards that left collarbone, still keeping that constant pressure. If I need to release it, you can release it. Now, it's not uncommon that the hand, the arm that's working can fatigue. So you can always take a break, guys, and come back to it. Find that breath, feel that pressure. Just to your tolerance, your level of where you know you're getting good work done, but you're not causing pain. And gently turn your face back to face front and lift the head. And gently release. Go ahead and shake out your arms and your hands, because that is a lot of work. Open and close your fingers. Roll those shoulders up and back. Some good shoulder shrugs, always good, guys. And we always want to go front, up, and back. Okay, so already there's too much of this going on. So range is good, but I don't ever want you to hollow unless we're specifically doing that to open up the back. But anytime we're working on posture and to let go of tension in the neck and the shoulders, it's always an up and back motion. Opening the chest, squeezing those shoulder blades. Oh, just rolling those shoulders. Last one. Beautiful. Let's come into a really nice stretch, you guys. So we're going to come to puppy pose. If puppy pose is too much, child's pose. So on the hands and knees, and we're going to take those hands with a giant step forward towards the top of your mat, and we're going to press the chest towards the mat, lifting your sit bones towards the sky. And I want you to turn and place your left cheek to the mat. Breathe. A little tuck of your chin down towards your left collarbone, or your right collarbone, I'm sorry. And just find your breath. And we're going to inhale, lifting just slightly enough to rotate the face and place your right cheek towards the mat. A little tuck of your chin down towards that left collarbone. So we're actually getting a little added bonus stretch in the back, the shoulders, the chest. Breathe. And let's inhale, and we're going to slide those hands back to child's pose. And just let the sit bones reach back towards those heels. Checking in. And let's go ahead and walk those hands back up. And again, coming back up to a seated position. So just a little release through the chest, through the shoulders, and that rotation of the head and the neck. Let's release those hands down by the sides once again and check back in. We're going to see how we're feeling. Release the chin down. So hopefully noticing that there has been a significant release of tension in that neck. And even down into those shoulders through those traps. Inhale, lift your head. Exhale, lean the head to the right ear over the right shoulder. And we're going to press left palm towards the mat. And a gentle turn of the chin towards that right collarbone. Breathe. Now again, you may not have let go of all of the tension, but hopefully a significant portion of that resistance is now gone. And we're going to gently begin to lift our gaze. We're going to take that gaze all the way up, big rainbow up and over, and gently draw the chin down towards that left collarbone. And we press that right palm down towards the mat. Breathe. Inhale, lift your gaze out over that left shoulder. Start to lift your gaze towards the sky. Big rainbow effect as we take our gaze up and over, starting to turn the chin all the way back over that right shoulder and chin down towards the chest. Inhale, head up nice and tall. Turn it back to face front. Let's take that left arm up and over, crossing the crown of the head, and just gently pull the head to the left, relaxing the weight of that right hand. And now pressing that right palm towards the mat. Now we're not yanking on the head. We're just letting gravity do the work for us, and we're letting that left arm be heavy. Pressing the right palm down. Breathe. So hopefully there's just this really nice sensation of this dull ache of a stretch where we know that we're getting good work done. We're opening up the ear canals. We're stretching and lengthening muscles. We're releasing that fascia, those knotted fascia fibers. Inhale, extend left arm, switch sides, right arm up, left arm down, cross the crown of the head and gently pull to the right. And just relax the weight of the hands, the weight of the arm, the weight of the head. And let's press that left palm towards the mat. Breathe. Just opening up through that left side of the neck and into the shoulder. With that palm pressing towards the mat, that can intensify things, so maybe don't press quite so hard. Or maybe press a little deeper. What does your body need? Inhale, extend right arm, lift the left. Pull those hands to heart center and just gently release your hands in your lap. I want to thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I hope your neck and your shoulders are feeling a heck of a lot better. Just some gentle stuff, guys. Working to let go of those knots and that tension that we tend to hold. Remember, it's about posture, so just stand up, sit up nice and tall wherever you are, keeping that chin parallel to the floor, keeping those ears over the shoulders, shoulders over the hips, hips over the knees, knees over the ankles. Posture, guys, those postural corrections and that strong core can really make a difference to keep that pain and that tension out of the neck and the shoulders and throughout your spine. I wish you well. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. If ever you have questions and you need anything, I am always here for you. This is why I do this. So I hope that you have an amazing day. Be well, my friends. Light and love to each and every one of you. Until the next time, namaste.